Students. So in this session we will be learning about motion. In the previous video we learned about the motion of simple pendulum, that is oscillatory motion. Now in this video we will be discussing about uniform and non-uniform motion and some other types of motion. So to begin with, what is motion? An object which keeps on changing its position with respect to time. If a person is walking on the road, a person is moving from one point towards the another point, then I can say the body of the person is in motion. Here to categorize, we can say linear motion or straight motion when the body is moving in a straight line, when an object is moving on a straight path. But now if the object is covering a circular path, then the motion is called as circular motion. If the object moves along a curve, then that is curvilinear motion. So if a person is cycling on a straight road, then that is linear motion. But if a person revolves around in a circular motion, then it is circular path, or you can say the circular motion. But if the path is having lots of curves, then the motion is curvilinear. Now here motion can be of different types: periodic motion, oscillatory motion, circulatory, translatory and curvilinear, and one more rectilinear. So what is a periodic motion? The motion which we have studied about simple pendulum, because this motion repeats itself at particular intervals of time, that is called as periodic motion. Even the rotation of earth, it repeats itself. Revolution of earth, it repeats itself. Rotation of moon around the earth, that is also periodic, because the motion which repeats itself at fixed intervals of time is called as periodic motion. Now the motion of pendulum is oscillatory also. Oscillatory motion means when the body is moving from one point to another and then again coming back, like the motion of a swing. When you go in a park, the motion of a swing is also an example of oscillatory motion. Circulatory, as the wheels of the car, they are moving in a circular pattern, so that is circulatory motion. Translatory motion, when the body is moving on a straight path. Curvilinear, when the object is moving on a curved path. Rectilinear, rectilinear is always when the body is moving in a straight path. Rectilinear motion can be related to light also. Light always follows a straight path. That is called as rectilinear propagation of light. Now oscillatory motion we will be discussing in detail, that is related to simple pendulum. When a pendulum mass bob, it moves from one extreme position to the another and then comes back. This is called as one oscillation. So when a body is moving between two extreme positions, it is called as oscillatory motion. The center of these two extreme positions, that is called as the mean position. It is the motion of the oscillating body around its rest point, that is the mean position, where the motion is repeated in equal periods of time. So that is called as oscillatory motion. Periodic motion. Oscillatory motion can be periodic also if it is repeating at the fixed intervals of time. Now the time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. When an oscillatory motion repeats itself in equal intervals of time, it is called as periodic motion. All periodic motions are not always oscillatory, but all oscillatory motions, they are periodic in nature because they are repeating themselves. Now coming next to uniform and non-uniform motion. An object having uniform motion means that it is traveling equal distances in equal intervals of time. I am repeating, equal distance in equal interval of time. So whenever distance is measured with respect to time, it gives us the speed of the body. If an object is moving unequal distances in equal intervals of time, that is the distance travelled is unequal but the time was the same, that the body was changing. At times the speed was high, at times it was low. So here we conclude speed is the rate of change of position of an object with time. Units could be meter per second, that is distance upon time. So meter per second or kilometer per hour. So here we have the formula, speed is equal to distance covered upon time taken. Or we can say distance is equal to speed into time. So today in this video we have learned about the types of motion. We have discussed the type of motion shown by a simple pendulum, that is oscillatory motion. All oscillatory motions are periodic, but all periodic motions are not oscillatory. Then we have discussed about uniform motion and non-uniform motion. If the body is moving with a constant speed, then it is said to be in uniform motion. If the speed is varying, that is unequal distances are travelled in equal intervals of time, then the motion is said to be in non-uniform motion. This much for today. Thank you.